This is Gray Man Media content.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Wolf Takes a Bite. Today, I am talking about an incident which was an event that 9 Russian hikers died in northern Ural Mountains between 1 and 2 of February 1959. In uncertain circumstances, the experienced trekking group from the Ural Polytechnical Institute, led by Igor Dyatlov, had established a camp on the eastern slopes of the Korotskalin Mountains. The hikers were so determined to leave their tent in the blinding snow, they scratched and ripped through their tents, and all of them died. Today, on Wolf Takes a Bite, we are talking about the Dyatlov Pass incident. Thank you for watching, comrades.
I climbed into the hills. I'm romantic. I would like Bigfoot to exist.
One type is about 3 feet tall, very dark, not humanoid at all. The lizard-looking.
The creatures that I've seen mostly have been the greys.
To the search for truth. Little grey men from outer space who actually abduct humans.
Welcome to Wolf Takes Bite. I am John Karloff Wolf. This is host, co-host. Sorry to Ukraine, Devin Gray.
Yes, we are.
Very sorry. But this episode was planned and we have nothing else.
Marker!
What?
Yeah, probably.
You should get the Bigfoot one.
No.
And you should do full shots.
There's only 2 shots here.
Yeah.
Okay. It's brown vodka. That's what this is. It's brown vodka. Yeah. Brown vodka. Speaking Russian. Decent accent. Not too good. But not bad.
You know that light there, that's gonna bounce off those sunglasses hardcore, right?
Unfortunate for life.
Yeah.
Also glasses anyway.
True.
It's 6 one hand, half dozen cocks in the other.
Oh, great.
Yeah, you know, it's 6 bullets one hand, half dozen bullets in the other hand. You know how it is in Russia. Lots of snowballs going around one time. This is basically how we started World War III.
I am so sorry to the Ukrainians.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, that was gonna come off super sarcastic because of
Maybe
what
when
you're
this
doing.
comes out, it won't be problems.
Oh yeah, I don't think so.
Well, we picked bad time for the episode.
No, Russia picked a bad time to fuck with us.
Russia. Yeah, I can't say anything in accent.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
You're not helping my case.
Not a good idea.
Fuck it, doing it anyway.
All right.
Disclaimer.
We planned this episode
Way in
months
advance before
Months.
Russia decided to do dumb things.
to be dickheads. But anyway, sorry, Ukraine. John is sticking to the bit. It is nothing against you.
It wasn't it being out licking over there.
Hopefully the Russian
all
accent,
of this is cut. We
hopefully-
need to start over.
Hopefully it'll be so bad.
I'm honestly trying not to do the accent anymore, but it's not working. Spinach. Nope, see, I still do it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. So, today, Devin,
That was fine. That was fine.
I told you, just let me do it.
It was good.
Okay. So, today, I'm having a hard time getting out of accent that I use for intro. Maybe it will fall off as I get more drunk. Okay, let's move on. Devin, I was going to say, Devin, Ukraine, your thoughts? No, just kidding. Devin, what do you know?
Fucking train wreck.
What do you know about the Dyatlov Pass incident? Remember, censorship.
I think it was aliens.
You think it was aliens. Okay,
think it
that's
was
very early on. Why do you think it was aliens?
I don't know a whole lot about the Dyatlov Pass. I watched I think it was a BuzzFeed. They have these two guys who does like mysteries, kind of like what we do, but we do it better and funnier.
I'd hope so.
Yeah, we do. They just happen to have a larger platform than us. Sorry, BuzzFeed. If you ever want to work with us in the future, that's fine.
I am also willing to fill out any application necessary.
But they did a video on Dyatlov Pass, and it was like, it went through some specifics and stuff like that. I tend to think that it might have been aliens.
There's many theories on Dyatlov Pass incident, as well as a factual government cover-up. No surprise there.
What?
So the Dyatlov Pass incident, and I apologize to everybody. Normally, I was going to apologize to Russia for fucking up all these names. But in case sincerely, I am not apologizing at this time. Hello, World War III.
I want to laugh, but that's so close to being true. It's scary.
It is. So, in the Ural Mountains between 1 and 2 of February 1959, we talked about uncertain circumstances that experienced trekking group from the Ural Polytechnical Institute of Korat Ishkar. During the night, something caused them to cut their way out of their tent and flee the campsite. While inadequately dressed, however, for the heavy snowfall and sub-zero temperatures. By the way, Devin, did you know that during this incident, it was a bombing negative 27 degrees?
That's pretty bombing.
I somehow went to Afghanistan with my accent. That is like a normal 72 degrees in Moscow.
Man, if you're listening to this episode, it's...
If you're still here, trust me, it will get better.
That was it, Irish.
I'm having fun with my life, Devin. Don't tell me how to live! Anyway. How many deaths? Multiple. Cause of trauma and hypothermia are reasons that they died, supposedly. This area was actually closed for 3 years. Also, using the accent, if I'm fucking up a word, it gives me time to fix the word as I'm saying it. Versus English.
You can just try speaking slower.
No.
Yeah, okay.
Dude, I've been trying for 31 years. It is not easy. Take me for what I am.
Do you know why
For who I was meant to be.
Do you know why that is, though? It's because you have to think about how you're going to say it in the accent.
That's why I slow it down.
Right. So if you just thought about the words
No,
that
I can't do
normally... I'm just glad you recognize what's happening.
I just can't do that. Also, it is not negative 27 degrees in here, and I am dying. Please put bullet in brain.
It's like a nice 70 degrees. A little warm for my taste, but hey.
I'm wearing winter coat and fireproof t-shirt.
It's unnecessary.
I'm going to test it later on the program. Anyhow, wake up, America. I'm taking off my shirt only on YouTube. This is still really hot.
I don't know why you wore all that.
Listen, Devin, it was comfortable in my house where it is cold.
It's because you don't have good insulation.
You see, you lose gas mask, you lose accent. Man, I need a hat. I need a hat. Oh.
Boy, eventually this episode will get started.
Oh, we have already started. Anyway, so hey, guess what? I'm back.
Oh, John! Hey, what's up, buddy?
Not much. Took me a while to get here all the way from Russia from that last report.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they let you on a plane.
Me too. Although, we're not restarting. You're just seeing what you think would be a second take. It's not. This is a comedy podcast, by the way.
It is. That's a fact.
If you're a first-time listener or viewer, hit the like, share, and subscribe. So anyway, we're talking about Dyatlov Pass. Anyway, after these groups' bodies, love that word, these bodies were discovered. Love that sentence. An investigation by Soviet authorities, Putin, determined that 6 had died from hypothermia. Unlikely. While the other 3 had been killed by physical trauma. Now, what kind of physical trauma you getting out in the woods, bruh? I don't know either. So, 1 victim had major skull damage. 2 had severe chest trauma. And another had a small crack in the skull. Now, there's even more in depth that we're going to get with that. But this is just a summary for now. So, basically, I am losing my damn mind right now. This story has got me so on edge. I feel like everything I ever knew about Russian mountains was wrong.
What did you know about Russian mountains?
Doesn't matter, they were wrong. So basically, 4 of the bodies were found lying in running water in a creek, according to this Soviet investigation, by the way. Yeah, let's go ahead and just preface it that. 2 of the bodies were found missing their eyes.
Whoa.
Now tell me, Devin, according to specific accounts, determined by coroners, Russian Soviet investigators, which, well, honestly, let's just say they probably just said this because they just wanted to get the fuck out of the cold. They were like, this was totally avalanche. Avalanche killed all people.
Hey, you're fucking freezing your balls off, right? All right, let's just call this an accident. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, like, I mean, while avalanche took their eyes, avalanche love eyeballs. So basically, that's what they said it happened. It was they said it was an avalanche. It was a compelling natural force that caused these deaths, Devin. Bullshit. Now, numerous theories have been put forward by people who have heard the story that this is basically Russia's claim to fame story. As far as they got everything going on here. They got cryptids, they got aliens, they got natural disaster, they got psycho interactive cannibalism.
Sure.
There's a whole thing. There's every theory of every cool thing that we like to talk about on this show. They have fucking in this one story. It's pretty amazing. Now, of course, hypothermia, avalanche, and catabonic winds. Have you ever heard of that?
No, I can't say I have, sir.
No, I did look into this. So I'm trying to see if I can see how to say this correctly because this word is fucking weird. Also, I'm loud, so if you can turn me down and then back to where I was, that'd be great. Catabonic winds. So, which basically is infrasound-induced panic. Apparently, in specific, very rare conditions, winds can reach really high speeds and whirl into tornadoes, and during blizzards and stuff like that, they can cause a frequency that causes you to go mentally insane.
Sure. The brown note.
No, that's shitting yourself. But close, same principle, only real. So obviously there is some military involvement here. Now, Russia did open a new investigation into this incident recently in 2019, by the way. Now we're in 2022. And its conclusions were presented in July of 2020. Now that is pretty quick turnaround for an investigation, if I don't say so myself.
Was that, what, less than a year?
Less than a year.
Yeah.
Now, the avalanche that had led to their deaths, survivors of the avalanche had been forced to suddenly leave their camp in low visibility conditions with inadequate clothing and had died of hypothermia. That's what they're saying. Now, Devin, do you think that's true?
No, I think it was aliens.
I think it was definitely bullshit as well. So the deputy head of the regional prosecutor's office said that, in a quote, it was a heroic struggle. There was no panic. All members were very tough, serious Russian members of society. But they had no chance to save themselves under the circumstance. A study led by scientists from EPFL and ETH Zurich, published in 2021, suggested that a type of avalanche known as a slab avalanche could explain some of these injuries. Now, Devin, a slab avalanche, just so you know, is a very low incline avalanche. It's not like a normal avalanche where you need a lot of high packed fresh powder snow on a loose mountain rock soil to be able to cause this fracture in the snow shear to be able to cause it to fall down. And we all know how avalanches work. Now, a slab avalanche is an extremely rare event. Also, usually doesn't accumulate enough snow to cause amounts of damage that would be a worry. Now, this was a very slight incline. Anyway, moving up to the pass, they were still at the bottom range of this mountain. There's no way that this would have caused enough panic for you to bolt out of your tent, leaving all of your gear and your clothes behind. Not to mention the fact that they cut their way using stuff to get out of their tent. So that means whatever this was so terrifying, it wasn't sudden. An avalanche would be sudden. You wouldn't know it if you were in your tent that an avalanche was coming. You wouldn't know. You might hear a little low rumble.
You'd hear it.
But
sure.
It would be so fast, it wouldn't matter.
Correct.
You're better off in your tent holding the bracing and giving yourself an air pocket.
You're probably screwed no matter what.
I mean, most avalanches you are, but if you create an air pocket around yourself, there's ways to survive an avalanche. These are experienced hikers and skiers. These people are so fit, Devin. I'm talking about, first of all, they're Russian.
They're hot.
They're Russian.
They're hot.
They are athletes. And I tell you how I know it. They were supposed to send a telegram on the 12th back to their athletics team for the ski club.
Sure.
So these are fit, experienced mountaineers. In fact, the one woman on this team was so fucking tough. On a last expedition, somebody accidentally shot her in the chest with a fucking rifle. She didn't complain. She didn't cry. In fact, the whole time, the only thing she said was, "I'm so sorry I'm causing you all of this trouble. Just please leave me. I will take myself and walk to hospital 36 miles. She didn't give a fuck. This bitch was tough, bro. We're talking Russian tough, bro. You know what I'm saying? Now tell me which one you prefer. You want me back to Russian or you want me to stay the way I am? Because see, I think the Russian's better. He's at least more respectful. At the very least, anyway, this mountain pass area has later been named the Dyatlov Pass. Now, interesting fact, the Dyatlov Pass now is named, if you try to go there, is actually like about 2 or 3 miles away from this where this incident actually happened. Interesting, right? So you're going to name an area after a thing, but then you're not going to go to there for that thing? What's that about, Devin? What's that about? So the Dyatlov Pass incident, however, the incident did occur 1700.
No, fuck you. You don't get to just gloss over that shit you just pulled. You don't get to just pull a fucking, what is this?
So
what
listen,
was that?
It was over 1,700 meters away from the eastern slope of the Koholat-Slavi mountain. The prominent rock outcrop in the area is now a memorial to the group, though, and is located about 500 meters southeast of the actual site of the final camp where all these things happened. Now, interestingly enough, Devin, do you know much about radiation?
No, I don't.
Okay, so several of the members, specifically one, was found to be highly radioactive.
Aliens.
Interesting, right? Interesting. So here's the background of this group. This group was formed by a skiing expedition across the northern Urals. That was their whole point of being there, first of all. They had 4 cameras that were part of the group to take pictures of this cross country, downhill, whatever, fucking ski trip, you know? Now, according to the prosecutor, here we go again with Big Of, documents that were found in the tent of the expedition, the tent that everybody ripped themselves out of because they were so afraid. These documents were found in the tent of the expedition suggest that the expedition was named for the 21st Congress of the Communist Party of the Soviet Union. Now that obviously makes sense. So, and it was possibly dispatched by local Komsomol organization. Now, Igor Dyatlov, a 23-year-old radio engineering student at Ural Polytechnical Institute, now Ural Federal University, was the leader who assembled this group of 8 others for the trip, most of whom were fellow students and peers of the university. Each member of the group, who consisted of 7 men, 2 women, was an experienced grade 2 hiker and ski tour experienced individual. Now, and would be receiving grade 3 certification upon the completion of this event. So, they knew what the fuck they were doing, is what I'm trying to tell you. And I'm telling you, there's foul play. Are you okay over there?
Yeah, great. Oh, good.
Now, at the time, this was the highest certification available in the Soviet Union, and required candidates to traverse 300 kilometers or 190 miles of open terrain. Devin, can you ski 190 miles?
Sure, I'm not even positive I could stand on skis.
I don't know if you can make a 19 feet.
I'm telling you, I don't even think I could stand on them, bro. I think I'd fall immediately.
That's what we need to do. We need to go snowboarding together.
Snowboarding I can do. I've done snowboarding.
Oh, okay, then we need to go skiing together. I can do both. It sounds like fun. Either way, I just want to see you fall.
Whatever.
The route was designed by Dyatlov and the group by Dyatlov and the group to reach the far northern regions of the and the upper streams of Lizava River. The route was approved by City Route Commission.
Thank you so much for listening.
It was good seeing you. I know we're only making 7 minutes in the show.
Watching, probably entertaining. Listening, God bless you for making it this far.
Facts. So the route, yeah. So the route division of the same round are going to, and the second are going to interest rate in sport. But they confirmed the group of 10 people. By the way, did you know? One of the guys that was supposed to go on this group trip said, "I broke my leg. I'm not going."
Well, that's a pretty good.
That's not a good reason. That bitch was shot. She still went.
Maybe she was just harder than him.
I mean, yeah, probably.
Yeah, I think so.
Russian women are tough as fuck, bro. Don't fuck with a Russian woman. You would think the Russian mom's bad, piss off a Russian wife. Then you're in trouble. Anywho. The mountain was about 10 kilometers or 6.2 miles north of the site where the incident occurred. This route, undertaken in February, was estimated as a Category 3, the most difficult time to traverse. Hence why they were going to reach their 3rd level certification. On 23rd of January 1959, the Dyatlov group was issued their route book, which listed their course as following: on number 5 trail at this certain time at the fucking mountain, whatever, City Committee of Physical Culture and Sport listed approval for 11 people. Now, the 11th person listed was Seaman Zoltalovov, who was previously certified to go with the group. Now, he already had his 3rd certification. He was basically going to guide this whole thing. Now, here's where I got to put my glasses on and get serious, because I got some stats for you.
Take that shot of that brown vodka there for. Now we can get into some stats. Now we can do some stats. Let's go.
There's 101 reasons that this vodka is brown. Now here are the butchered names of the deceased.
God damn it.
Igor Alasikov Dyatlov.
Oh, fuck.
Yuri Nikolaevich Doroskinko. Ludmila Alexandrov Dubnina. Gregory or Yuri Alexeyev Karskarov, Alexander Zakharov at Dyatlov,
I think you could have just said Alexander for that one.
Zienda Aleskinivan Klomanogrova, Rustem Vladimirovich Slobendon. You got slobbered on. Nikolai Vladimirok at Titerbrecht X Brilnis. There was an X in there. I don't know what the fuck to say. Seaman Alexander Adanosyan Donsorov. Yuri Yermov Yudin. Now.
Nailed all of that.
That's the Romanation of the name. I don't know if I said it right. Anyway, so most of these people are said to have died of hypothermia. Lumedia, one of the females, internal bleeding from severe chest trauma. Nikolai Vladimir Rosvinin, something X, God rest your soul. Fatal skull injury. Seaman. Now, Seaman also died of severe chest trauma.
I was waiting on this joke.
So he got such a big load into his chest.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
There is no choke, Devin. That's what happened.
That's just it? Oh, okay.
Yeah. He had such a load happen into his chest that Seaman died from internal damages. Here's the thing, Devin. This is what I find really weird about the whole thing. A lot of the people didn't have any soft tissue damage, especially the ones with the most trauma, right? It was all internal trauma, like as if they got into a fucking high-speed car crash. Mm-hmm. Or maybe were thrown out of a goddamn UFO from way, way, way up.
That one.
Interesting. But the way the bodies were doesn't make sense.
John's in rare form today.
It is. So you know what? There's a tree, Devin. There is a tree.
Don't touch me.
There's a tree.
Don't. Please don't. I'm good, man. I'm good. Stay over there on your side. On your side of the table.
All right, so there's this tree, right? This big fucking tree. This giant goddamn tree. Almost 5 meters up in this tree.
God damn it.
All of the branches are ripped off and there's parts of just skin and muscle
on the tree?
Inside of the bark, yes. Like they were going up this tree naked at such a rate of panic that everything in their way was getting knocked down and they were climbing up. Now, what is 5 meters tall and would chase you up a tree, Devin?
I don't know how much a meter is, but my guess is maybe a bear?
A fucking Yeti!
Oh.
Bears can climb trees.
Yeti can't?
I don't think so. I've never heard of a Yeti climbing a tree. That's my theory. You knew this was going to be a good episode. Put it in. Yep. Okay. So now here's the deal. These diaries and cameras found around the campsite, which, by the way, hold on. There was a fucking avalanche, Devin. There was an avalanche. Why is the campsite still accessible? Huh?
What do you mean?
The campsite. The tent wasn't covered in snow.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're getting at.
In fact, one of their ski poles was still standing upright in the snow.
Yeah.
If there was an avalanche, it would be buried.
Yeah, it sounds like the government's covering up the fact that UFOs fucking marked these dudes.
Yeah. In fact, around this giant tree I'm talking about, one of the very mutilated bodies was found to have actually dug under the snow to create a basin wall, a type of survival wall against the cold and snow and the wind. So basically, it's like the tree goes down like this, and then this is the snow line, right? So the snow line's here, and then you dig yourself a nice pocket down here, and then you dig a pocket this way. This way, it gives you cover from the wind and the snow, and you settle it with like pine needles and other shit like that to create warmth. It's a survival technique, which means they were alive long enough to think about what to do to survive. Now, most of the naked individuals, unfortunately, died of hypothermia. Now, a lot of those other ones that were very horribly mutilated had the clothes of the deceased. So that shows they all died at different times.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
one of the bodies was irradiated.
Had a severe high amount of radiation, yes. But then again, it's
Okay,
Russia, so it's a normal.
But it was only one of them. So it wasn't like this person. It wasn't like
only
the
one
whole
was
group.
tested. But now here's the thing: if the government was thinking far enough ahead to test somebody for radiation, isn't that a red flag?
Yeah, huge red flag. So that's my exact point: is if it was the Yeti, why was only one person irradiated? And furthermore, finish that. Don't leave.
I was gonna save a little bit for later.
Why? That amount? What are you talking about?
I just like it.
Oh yeah, that was.
That was gonna be a nice sip later. Yeah.
If it was Yeti, why only one of them was irradiated? And also, if God damn it, if they were trying to protect themselves from the fucking Yeti, why did they dig themselves a little hole?
Maybe the Yeti went away and they were hiding, or they were being chased. The other ones were being chased by the Yeti. I don't know. The Yeti is just an option. It's just an idea. We'll get into that. So I'm just trying to wrap my mind around all these different circumstances and things that just doesn't make sense about this incident.
Yeah.
And specifically, here's the thing.
Get your thing. Get your little wipe.
So the next day, the hikers started to move through the pass, and it seems like they plan to get over the pass and make camp overnight. This is before all this happened. Now, because of the worsening weather conditions and snowstorms, decreased visibility, they all lost direction and were devastated. And they deviated a little bit more west than the original plot was supposed to be, right? So, So basically, because of the worsening weather conditions, snowstorms, and decreased visibility, they lost their direction. And towards the top of the mountain range that they were around is when they realized that they had made a mistake. Now, the group decided to set up camp on the slope about 1.5 kilometers downhill of a forested area. Which means, if there really was a fucking avalanche, that alone would have given them shielding. They were in a forested area. There was trees. There's a lot of things to stop that very slight amount of snowfall to affect them in any way.
Yeah, you wouldn't have had to go very far into the tree line of the forest to break all that up.
Exactly. Now, Yurden speculated that Dyatlov probably did not want to lose the altitude that they had gained. Or so he decided to practice camping on a mountain slope. And they were actually further up than they thought.
Wow.
Yeah, I was trying to make that sound effect work. Did not. Yeah. So here's the deal. There is some really, I'm not even joking. The juiciest of information, as always, is only available on my podcast form only. Apple, Spotify, and anywhere else you can listen to podcasts. So if you don't want to be poor person, then please go listen to podcast anywhere podcasts can be found. We will give you ultimate Soviet access to the system and let you listen to all secrets of Dyatlov Pass, but only available at Greyman Media site and greymanmediaco.com. Find all of your resources there and follow me, like me, subscribe to me, because I am king at poor information giving. Welcome to the show. I am John Wolf. Drink your water.
God damn it. That was one hell of an outro. It sucks it was in Russian. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Hey, it's John Wolf, and if you enjoyed that, you can listen to the rest of this episode whenever you listen to podcasts at. Also, make sure to subscribe, hit that notification icon, and never miss another episode. And for all things Wolf Takes a Bite, go to greymanmediaco.com.
Mm-hmm.